NATO just found a secret tunnel, and Putin's Kaliningrad is cut off. That's the video of the day, and it is not an AI video this time. It is 19 minutes of geopolitical OSINT from the Geo Network about tunnels dug under the Belarusian border with Lithuania, Latvia, and Poland. So the question on this show is the same as always. Is it true? And here is a twist I genuinely did not expect. The reporting underneath the clickbait title is strong. Nearly every number checks out. But the title lies, and the auto-captions garbled every name in the video. Let me sort the true from the stretched, carefully, because this story is about real people in real tunnels. The Lithuanian core is verified, down to details. On the evening of July 26th, vibration sensors at the Kapčiamiestis border station in the Lazdijai district detected digging beneath the soil. Border guards approached near the village of Pertakas. Roughly 20 people on the Belarusian side retreated into the dark, and what remained was an unfinished tunnel, 11 meters long. Filled the same day. And the video's sharpest detail is real. In that sector, a stream marks the border, and the fence stands further inland because the ground is unstable. The diggers were exploiting an actual gap in the architecture. Lithuania has recorded 12 excavation attempts this year, and the border guard chief, Rustamas Liubajevas, is real, including his argument that the timber used to reinforce the tunnels could not reach the border without Belarusian guards knowing. All verified. Latvia, verified. On August 10th, in the southeast near Saline, border guards with a Lithuanian dog handler and riot police detained a group covered in dust and dirt and found Latvia's first tunnel, 10 meters behind the fence. 15 people had crossed through it. The numbers in the video match the reporting exactly. As of July 13th, Latvia had recorded breach attempts on 111 consecutive days, 7,791 attempts, 87% of all attempts along the entire EU-Belarus border. Latvia doubled its border guards in July and launched Operation Vilkatis, Werewolf, after the tunnel. And the January dossier is real. Documents and phones from detained migrants that Latvian authorities say link the crossings to Belarusian military and border personnel. Minsk denies it. All of this checks out. Poland verified. This is the big one. In December 2025, Polish border guards discovered a tunnel near Narewka, about 60 meters long, 1.5 meters high, reinforced with wood, metal, and concrete, entrance hidden in the Belarusian forest. More than 180 migrants had passed through it, mostly from Afghanistan and Pakistan. Over 130 were apprehended, and 2 drivers were arrested. It was the 4th tunnel found on the Polish border in 2025. One claim needs a flag: the idea that Middle Eastern tunnel experts, possibly militants, built these passages. That comes from the Telegraph's reporting and expert speculation. A former British Army engineer suggested Hamas or Palestinian Islamic Jihad methods. It is a real report, but it is an assessment, not established fact. The video says likely militants. Likely is doing a lot of work. The border closure timeline is accurate. Lithuania closed 2 crossings in August 2023 and 2 more in March 2024, leaving 2 of 6 open. In September 2025, during the Zapad exercises, Poland closed its entire border with Belarus, including rail. And on January 13, 2026, Poland suspended 10 crossings, 2 to Kaliningrad, Gronowo, and Goldap, and 8 to Belarus. The freight numbers match to the digit Kukuriki, the only remaining freight gate, operating at 150% of capacity, with freight rates estimated up 12%. And the October 2025 balloon shutdowns of Vilnius airport were real, though the video's 140 grounded flights figure I could not verify. The confirmed numbers were around 30 flights affected per incident. Direction right, digit unproven. Now the headline claim, and here is where the title fails its own video. Is Kaliningrad cut off? No. Land links are severely squeezed. Poland closed its 2 crossings, and Lithuania's remaining Medininkai gate handles the Kaliningrad transit under narrow permit exceptions. The sea links are untouched. Cut off is false. Squeezed is true. The video's own narration is more honest than its title. It says the corridor hangs by the thread of Lithuania's permit regime. That is accurate. The title is not. And one more verified piece. This month, Lithuania approved a defense perimeter, anti-tank trenches, dragon's teeth, restored wetlands along the Belarus and Kaliningrad borders, real and worth roughly 50 million euros. The framing problems honestly counted. 1. The description says NATO forces intercepted the tunnels. These operations were national border guards, Lithuanian, Latvian, Polish, with allied cooperation, like Polish tunnel detection equipment used in Lithuania. That is not a NATO operation. 2. The claim that AI and ground radars collapsed the tunnels instantly. The real response was slower and more methodical. Vibration sensors, control drilling, filling passages with earth or foam. Impressive, but not instant. 3. The BBC crew that supposedly filled a tunnel before the border guards found it. I could not verify that incident in any source. 4. The 18 million euro Polish budget allocation. I could not confirm that figure either. 5. The specific dated incidents from April and May, with their specific headcounts, consistent with the 12 attempts total, but the individual numbers I could not independently confirm. And 6. Latvia's tunnel was used for months. That is speculation. What is known is that it was used once discovered by 15 people. Final score: 20 verified, 7 partially verified, 6 failed or unverifiable. And I want to say something about the good parts of this video, because they are real. Its closing section weighs 3 counter-arguments against its own narrative. The system is working, the migrants are victims, the economics will force Minsk to stop. Answering your own strongest objections is rare anywhere, and almost unheard of in geopolitical YouTube, and its handling of the migrants themselves is humane. The people in the tunnels are victims, and the real culprits are the organizers flying them in from thousands of kilometers away. That is the documented position of the Baltic states and the EU. Migration as a weapon, a claim Minsk denies. Both sides of that dispute are on the record. The captions are another matter. Lutsenko is Lukashenko, Vilnius is Vilnius, Narewka is Narewka. Transcription artifacts, not content errors. And now the quiz. MeshCast quiz time. Pause if you need to. In the verified reporting, how many migrants had crossed through Poland's Narewka tunnel by the time it was discovered in December 2025? A. 15, B. 38, C. 130, D. 180. You've got 5 seconds. Time's up. The answer is D. 180. More than 180 foreigners crossed through that concrete reinforced tunnel near Narewka. Over 130 were apprehended, and 2 drivers were arrested. C was the number caught, not the number who crossed. The distinction between the two is exactly the kind of thing this show exists to check. How'd you do? Drop your score in the comments and subscribe. I'm Sean David Ramsing. This has been MeshCast.